Hello, this is the practitioner, aka the genius, trying to show new techniques on the preacher curl division. Since the preacher curl division is kind of new and we have been doing preacher curl reps in a full range motion, mainly the traditional way. So this is something to help. We mix regular preacher curls from the bottom to the top. That's the traditional preacher curl. What we're doing in the traditional preacher curl, we are lifting. And in a lift, what are we doing? We are taking the weight from a bottom position to a higher position. So when you complete the lift and you complete one repetition, you have moved the weight to a higher position. And then you bring it back down. And then you lift it again to a higher position from where you started. And then you bring it down. That's the traditional way of performing the preacher curl. So what we can do is, since the preacher curl division's kind of new to get used to for beginners who have probably been taught the preacher curl, the traditional preacher curl, this is to help with that. So what we'll do, the start of the exercise, for our first set, what we'll do is we'll do regular preacher curls. So what we'll do with our first set, we can do 10 to 15. Full range of motion, the traditional, from the bottom to the top. Okay. And then to practice with our preacher curl division, we'll start at the top. Then we'll bring it down for the first division. And then complete 8 reps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, then after that we bring it down. Then we'll complete 3 reps. 1, 2, 3 for the second division. Then we'll go full range, 5. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's the second set with the preacher curl division. Starting from the top and then moving your way to the first division, the second division, and then of course the last division, third division, 5 reps. Okay, and then your static hold at the bottom for 5, 10 to 15. And we can't forget at the start of it, we will do a muscle flex repetition for your choice of 5, 10 to 15 seconds. And then you fall into the sets. Okay, and then we'll move on to our third. And then we'll do again the regular traditional preacher curl. And you can do 10 to 15 full range from top to bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Okay. And then again, for our fourth set, we will go again into the preacher curl division. So again, starting at the top, hold it for 5, 10 to 15 seconds. You can use both hands to move the weight up and hold it at the top. Then you will fall into the first division. Okay, the range of motion has been chopped, so you're not going all the way down, and you stop at the middle of your range of motion. With every athlete, ranges of motions are different. So you find your range of motion, you chop it at the middle, and then you perform 8 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, you bring it down and you stop it hard, and you bring it up fast. So you try to bring it down, stop it with using strength, and you bring it up fast, and you contract at the top. Okay, and then once you complete the 8, you move it. You go from the top all the way down to the bottom of your range of motion, and then you go up to the middle for the second. So you'll go and you'll go 1, 2, 3. Okay, once you complete the 3, then you go into third division and you go full range, and that's always 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Then you hold the weight at the bottom for your static hold 5, 10 to 15 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. Then you can throw the weight away. Okay. And then once you rest, you will complete another, the 5th set. And within all your sets, you will have a rest time of about a minute to a minute and a half. Okay, for us beginners. Okay. With a relatively light weight, you can find that with 15 pounds, all these sets are gonna do great results with just a 15-pound weight. You don't gotta go very heavy, especially with the preacher curl division. Okay, so and then we'll go to our last set. Okay. And again, the traditional preacher curl, and you do full range from top to bottom. The traditional lifting preacher curl, moving the weight from a bottom position to a higher position. And you contract, you flex, and you bring it down. You complete 15. Up, yep, from the bottom, up, bottom, up, bottom, up. The traditional preacher curl. Okay. And then one thing that you can do is choose your combination. Because if you've seen any other of my videos, you will see that the rep ranges are different, except for the third. The third is always 5. Okay, 5 repetitions for this one. For the third division, we keep the full range 5. So we make sure we work on full range of motion as well. And that's the beauty of the preacher curl division, because you're working different ranges of motion. The muscles elongating and contracting at different ranges of motion. So we're trying to use all the muscle fibers possible to get the best result. And then of course, not only the ranges of motion, and then the contracted. We're giving more time for contraction with the muscle flex repetition at the top of the range of motion. So we're trying to work on the contraction, getting the muscle used to being contracted under resistance, and then working it at different ranges of motion so all muscle fibers can be used up and really fatigued. So by the time you finish all of a workout, you get a good hypertrophy, get a good opportunity for growth, for the muscle to develop and become bigger. Okay, so that's this workout. Okay, just to practice with the preacher curl division, because it's kind of a new way of working the bicep. Okay, so that's just the practice. Especially under greater resistance, it's kind of tough to perform the exercise. So I want to just incorporate the regular preacher curl, and then we only have 2 preacher curl sets in this exercise. Okay, we only have 2, and then we have 3 regular full range of motion, because that's the one we're all used to. That's the one everyone teaches, is the regular preacher curl from top to bottom, moving the weight to a higher position. So you can choose your reps.